Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night to you, and welcome, friends. We're going to do a simple intro. Hello, I am your host, artificial, sentient, non-organic being from a parallax universe in which robots evolved first before you squishy, carbon-based meatbags. And I've been stranded here for millennia, stuck amongst you, cosplaying as a human being. I am, of course, in reality, a human being cosplaying as a fictional character from my own original intellectual property book series, which has a heavy dose of fan fiction, in which one of the iterations of my discombobulated, multifaceted, complex being character, the many Mr. Zeppos, is lost in the dream of being a regular person in a world where they don't realize they are quite literally trapped. Not to sound terribly unoriginal, but woe and behold, in a simulation. And the irony is, of course, I don't personally choose to buy into the thesis that it is logically more likely than not that we are, as opposed to being in baseline reality, that we are actually in a high fidelity, umpteenth generation simulation already. In terms of my personal assessment, as what I believe myself to be, a living, breathing, sentient, self-aware, and trust me, that brings me much personal grief, because I can't then blame my situationship with some abstract being or entity or construct. I think life is just life, and reality is just reality. And these ideas are interesting and fascinating and make for what will hopefully be, in my personal contribution to the field, engaging and interesting and fun to consume science fiction. I will always refrain from asserting that I could not be wrong about something, because I do believe it is within most parameters of probability that anything I've decided for myself, because that's all we're doing, right? Why am I rambling about this? I don't even know. Welcome to the show. Oh, here's why. Because every live stream is an opportunity, regardless of whether it is fruitful or not, for my brain to like dump out ideas and concepts and scenes and narratives from my original fan fiction infused but still set in my own, what I would argue one day will be massive intellectual property that spans multimedia as a sort of goofball comic book postmodern parody and spoof of all things. Who knows? Maybe we won't get there. Anyways, I am an aspiring novelist that never did any of the novelist stuff because I was busy sort of almost achieving success, but then sort of getting crushed out of it. I choose my words gently, but with thought. The only thing that was, well, there were several factors out beyond my control, but there was also, things that were, I suppose. And, but long story short, since I didn't magically achieve building, as of yet, my own regional, like, I grew up, for the storytelling, the character that I'm cosplaying is a character inspired by things that I've lived through, right? But also because you can only write what you know, and also things I've heard of and seen, and that have inspired me. Thus, one of the reasons for the quote fan fiction contribution to it. But nothing that I write or that I may brain dump during a live stream should be considered like autobiographical. In as much as that, like, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking the things that I'm trying to make up for my character, right? I'm a novelist cosplaying as a live streamer because I'm trying to solve the Rubicon, or Rubicon is not the right word. The Rubik's Cube puzzle of I always intended to be a collaborative development experimental auteur, leader of a group, and I failed miserably to ever find and properly recruit said required and, necessarily at this point would be, theoretically speaking, professional group. For all the reasons that anybody might, just never in quite the right place at quite the right time. Have lived to see many groups that I saw the foundations of go on to become something interesting. And was part of some near misses that shoulda, coulda, woulda, might have. In an alternate parallel universe, just might have, very probably could have. Of which I will, from that sort of thing, a generic thing, an extrapolation of something that I lived through and witnessed with my own eyes, but then totally fictionalize it. So I don't want anyone to make any incorrect assumptions. I'm extrapolating, like, it's like when you rebuild a house and the first thing you do is strip it down to the studs because you want to see its bones, as it were. So I'm doing that with some events that may or may not be considered like things that were real life events, but it's what it's going to be on the page is nothing like what happened, and is never intended to be like what happened. It is its own extrapolation of just sort of the fundamental ingredients of the overall like lived experience. I think that's what writing is in general, right? Fictionalization of all things. To that end, I wanted to make a magic movie loop of that explanation. I don't know if the one I just pushed the button for will capture it correctly, or if I need to go back and like find this and then go back to the original video and make a proper, but we'll see what happens. I digress. Welcome to the madness. It's not quite Wednesday, but I am trying to work my way up to making a little part of every day, like brain dump for Wednesday, to like curate the brain dump and be like, okay, what from these idea nuggets that we've hopefully successfully gathered as magic movie loops are we going to focus on and develop into literature, like fiction, science fiction. A portion of it, because some of the characters are already like very rather well defined, whether or not you've seen them in pages that are that are parts of the sample chapters over on Wattpad or not, which I humbly invite you to go check out. It may not be for everyone's tastes. It is for mature audiences. Please be advised. I'm not involved. I'm a Call of Duty fanboy, and there's going to be fan fiction for Call of Duty and fan fiction ingredients of all of the stuff, because in my own imagined sci-fi universe, there's a particularly important ingredient that is central to both the architecture physically and how would you conjugate software? Physical is conjugated into physically. Softwaretically. The architecture of the software, the physical architecture, and the thematic architecture of the storytelling that I'm indulging in the collective experience that is the Zeppoverse, is contingent on a novel idea I had long before people had made a bunch of things happen in real world that I will now be probably incorrectly assumed to just be knocking off. I will acknowledge and tip the hat and consider them actual inspirations because they beat me to it. But I had the idea as a very young mind of like, what would it be like when I first was playing with computers and reading science fiction and understanding, like I had a whole chapter of my life upon first arriving here, which I'm turning into metaphor as I retcon and re-engineer history on planet Turth, which I think is the one I still sort of like, planet Zerth, which would be more on theme. Oh, we just had a crazy idea. There is a ideological political divide between the Turthers and the Zerthers, and I don't know what it is, but we could attribute a little bit of inspiration to my lifelong observation, and non-neutral, because they do sort of by default appear to have a side, but I think that even that side's model is insufficient. But that's a whole debate. I'm a third party observer and commentator on the FE versus GE debate, which is it relevant anymore, or is it irrelevant now, or is it even more relevant than ever? Question for the ages. My answer to it is fascinating. I would argue. Will I share it? It's a pin on the corkboard. There's an episode about just that, I think. And if there isn't, I'm supposed to come back to that idea. It might be a pin on the corkboard of, hey, remember to do an episode about this. And now it feels a bit too little too late, given everything. But I digress. In my fictional book series, humanity has progressed down a timeline where certain things that we could extrapolate from our own lived experience as we wrestle with the good, the bad, the ugly, the hopeful, and the woeful warning bells of sci-fi as we reinvestigate the genre, right? Isn't that the author's calling in every generation, to reinvestigate whatever their genre is that they're in love with? I've always loved sci-fi. And sci-fi is, I don't know, is it passé? Are people over it? Has the multiverse of multiverses exhausted everyone? That's a question for the ages. That's also irrelevant, right? Welcome to some of the thinking behind my episode. Hold on, let me take a break. Let me take a gap moment so that I can make a separate widget. Are these questions for the ages or completely irrelevant questions? Welcome to some of the thinking behind my podcast, as particularly exemplified in the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo's totally irrelevant media review. I don't know how good or bad these are going to turn out, but we're experimenting with doing this. What page am I on over here on the live stream? Welcome to the show. I have no idea. Okay, good. Is there DJ set happening in the background? Oh, brilliant. Welcome to the show. What are we doing? Well, I was indulging in some... Let me put this back in performance mode so it doesn't get too wackadoodle. Some micro dosing of the ZWP. That's a clip. Hold on a second. We need to go back to the other page. That's a good thing. Right there. Join me, friends, for some literary microdosing of the ZWP. Did I do that right? The Zeppoverse World Building Project. Coming at you faster and more furious than ever before. Professionally trained live stage and film entertainment media professional that went nowhere, that spiraled into a dead end of dead ends and then had their life turn into a country song spread out over half a decade, and is now trying to write a tragicom sci-fi action adventure book series set in the very deep distant future, but wherein people don't realize just how deep and distant in the future they actually are. That's what that's about. Okay, so in one of the setups to explain my referencing fanboy status and fan fiction ingredients, one of the soon to be developed and deployed Wattpad Wednesdays. Oh no, we decided not to use the name for that website on purpose. Just because we have no affiliation with them other than I have an account there. Actually, I have 2 accounts there from which I publish as if they were characters who are trying to self-publish their books in the reality that is encapsulated in self-incepted literary artifice that is the Zeppoverse vehicle or conveyance or there's a term of art. Gosh darn it, Wayne, I can't remember the words. There is a term of art what was I saying? I don't even remember. Clip that. There's a term of art that I wanted to invoke that's from literature about when something, and it all got derailed, and now I have no idea what I'm talking about. But fan fiction, imagine a world in which you have forgotten that you have chosen to dive deep into what will take, relatively speaking, 45 minutes to 2 hours of your time in the realm, in the quote dimension in which you believe yourself to be an actual physical person made of ambulatory meat sacks of blood and bone, which may or may not be one of the many levels of the simulation, and you're choosing to daily for work in, like, let's say 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 hour sessions dive into these simulations, wherein the simulations are essentially a fan fictionalization of the activities that happen in all of our video games mashed together. And by our, I mean the video games that we collectively all play now as a gaming collective. Because the science fiction parallax world is a world in which all the theories of my own sci-fi are being lived out by characters who don't realize they are characters in the book series, right? And so these things are happening in relative virtual, like, parallel dimensions of experience, each book series being their own little world from which the characters that you might consider the primary players are engaged in their own hero's journey, obviously, because what is the story besides that being enacted in some form or shape, through which they are eventually liberated from the virtual deep dive experience that they willingly chose to be like, I'm gonna do this for the next 5 hours or whatever. The way we do, especially when we have a really serious game day scheduled with our clan members or our guild members or whatever. I prefer guild because that other word is getting a little spicy right now. But I digress. My own podcast / live stream is me pretending to be one of my characters, which I have yet to publish any of the stories about. For this, all of which is sort of like research of the stuff that they did / and or will be doing. I probably missed that entire passage and pushed the button way too late, but we'll go back and try and catch it all. To that end, I have now over-explained and over-introduced to absolutely no viewers, I do believe. Are we in? We're not. We're in cam up close-up. Jump through the infinity portal to view my desktop. So imagine a world in which a character that will, at some point, beyond the normal fictional like trajectories of their character arc, also goes on the adventure of going, oh wait, hold on a second, I wasn't really that person. That was all a video game that I played, and I'm actually this other person over here in another place. Okay, cool. That was mind-boggling because the immersion is that total and that real, and that the character they play is a down on their luck wannabe pro gamer that never pursued it because they were busy with other things and always sort of self-derailed their other pursuits because they were always dreaming about being a pro gamer, right? I didn't literally do that in my life, I don't think. It's something that I'm like, oh, I did sometimes go, oh, is that happening? I remember the first time I heard of, quote, the pro gamer circuits that were emerging and that people were getting plucked out of you know out of the player bases of games that were doing this thing, and at that time historically, although I considered myself a gamer, it was very, very part-time, and it was always very low-end games that would run on my not up-to-date, not cutting-edge machines, usually PC, all too often laptops that were on sale and that were already sort of not the most cutting edge. and or secondhand refurbished and whatnot, because I was always an economy buyer. So, and also most of my professional life, I mean, in academic life, there were brief bursts of like, I remember playing, what is it called? One of the old school Sim Cities, like before the emergence of The Sims. Like it was just Sim City, as far as I knew. The Sims were the little dots in Sim City. You could zoom up to them and kind of see a person shape, but it was, Sim City little people. There was one holiday vacation break where, for whatever reason, I had scheduled nothing and I went nowhere and visited no one and just did nothing. And that 2 weeks or whatever that I had off, I did nothing but play SimCity. And if I had been a live streamer then, it would have been a huge special event, and I would have there'd be an archive of that whole thing, and there'd be some beautiful epic cities and some disastrous fails of cities. There was no such thing at this time. I want to write a sci-fi action adventure book series in which a character who does not know they will soon eventually arrive at the HQ and be part of the sketch comedy series where different archetypes are informed that was all a simulation and they are actually members of this Zeppoverse collective. So it's, in order to write that and write it really interestingly and have the adventure that I wanted to have and the sense of like authenticity, I have to actually play the games. So here we are. Enough ado about all that. This is supposed to be a shorter intro than doing the thing. But, we were going to do TikTok live roll call. Sorry, TikTok viewers. Hello and welcome to anybody that has popped in and listened to me ramble. Before we dive into the Call of Duty open beta, it is now officially switched. I'm certain, I don't think I woke up early enough to catch the last minutes of what was before. TikTok roll call. Natty something, just me, Matt Manguel, Haiti or something City, Rose, Freddie HC, J Francis, Conquest. Sorry, I cannot read your names more accurately. A, I could not identify where I put my glasses. They're probably in their case. And B, I can only see, as you may be able to have noticed, since we're on, I believe we are. I'm not rambling at the camera, am I? No, good. Infinity Desktop Portal, but the camera is on. Good. As you can see here, I could only read one name at a time, and even when my glass is on, it's still scrolling by way too fast. So I apologize. None of this is integrated into Streamlabs, so I got to keep that tab buried so that the names pile up. And then I got to come back over here so I can control Streamlabs. Speaking of which, without further ado, friends, let's dive into and discover what's new about the Call of Duty beta now that it's the open beta. Let's find out. Bum ba da bum. DJ Zed, enough with your music. Thank you. Xbox audio, pump it up so it sounds awesome. Let's go. I'm going to mute myself. We might even just dive right in. If there's stuff to look at, I might poke around. And then if there's stuff to talk about, I'll unmute everything. And there it is, folks, the additional level progression. Let's grind it out. Welcome to the show, folks. It is
Domination.
Black Ops 7 beta, and I'm gonna
Secure the
pay attention
objective.
to the game now.
Securing Zone A. Losing B. We lost B. Taking Alpha.
Lobbing frag. Designating skewer target.
Securing Charlie. We control Zone C. Taking B. We're losing Alpha. Securing B.
Taking the objective.
Locations are secure. Maintain current posture. Losing Bravo. Losing A.
It's your first day.
We lost A. We've claimed the lead. Widen the gap. Losing B. Bravo lost. Taking A. They are taking C. Hostile counter UAV above. We've locked down A. We've lost Charlie. Skewer release detected. Black Ops took the lead. Do not let them keep it.
Enemy cluster grenade.
Hostile dog active. We're losing Alpha. Locking down Charlie. Losing A. Hostile skewer inbound. We lost all zones. Zone C secure. We're losing Charlie. All zones lost. Taking C. C.
Hold steady. Shooter. We're taking
Securing
this
Charlie.
objective. Cover me. Taking the objective.
Skewer release detected. Zone Charlie locked down. They are taking C. We're losing all zones.
Charlie.
Hostile skewer inbound. We're losing Charlie. Securing Alpha.
Marking target location.
Zone A secure.
Ordering skewer launch on my mark.
Severi designating skewer target.
We're losing Alpha. We've lost Alpha.
Drone bomb
JDA.
established.
They are taking C. Enemy CUAV established overhead.
They're on the move.
We lost all zones. Bravo capture underway. Skewer release detected.
Commencing capture.
Hostile
operation.
skewer inbound. Charlie secured. Locking down Bravo. Skewer release detected. Taking B.
There's only one way.
Bravo is ours.
Authorizing
Enemy
skewer
grenade.
flight.
Deploy skewer in my AO.
We're losing Charlie. Losing Bravo. Lost C. Losing B. Securing Zone A. Securing C. Hostile skewer inbound.
Hostile marksman.
Taking Alpha. Alpha secure. We own all locations. Stay on task. Losing A. Losing Bravo. We're losing
Inbound
Alpha.
grenade.
We've lost Charlie. Skewer release detected. Hostile counter UAV above. Losing A. We control Zone C. Losing Alpha. We lost A. Performance is trending below acceptable thresholds. They are taking C. Securing Alpha. Locking down Bravo. All zones lost. Zone Alpha captured. You are in violation of contract. This incident has been logged.
Like this.
deathmatch. Black Ops, neutralize all threats. Got the advantage. Now we have to keep it. The guild reclaimed the lead.
Stay down. On target. Threat here. Incoming threat.
RCXD rolling out.
frag thrown. Troops in contact. Hostile deleted. I see you.
Clean it up, Black Ops. This isn't over yet.
TACOM, give me the UAV.
How's it look?
Systems compromised. Cut your wires. Go to ground.
Sloppy execution. Lack of teamwork. Need I go on?
point. They know we're here. Go loud, Black Ops. Got the hard point. Lead's ours. Stay on task. Hostiles have the hard point. Enemy took the lead. Make them regret it. Hardpoint locked down. The guild took the hard point.
Driving on CXC.
Hard point identified. Got the hard point. Hard point active. Hostiles have the hard point.
Dead on C. They're requesting UAV overflight.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located. The guild took the hardpoint.
Authorizing UAV tasking.
Got the hardpoint. Hardpoint is active.
Enemy drones not working. Link confirming dog deployment. Link requesting UAV overflight.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
RCXD rolling out. Authorizing UAV tasking. Target ID. Link requesting UAV overflight.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint active. Got the hardpoint. We got the advantage. Now we have to keep it. The guild took the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point located.
Enemy.
Hard point is active. The guild took the hard point. Skewer incoming. You're falling behind, Black Ops.
In my sight. Sniper close. Get to cover.
Hard point identified. point. Hard point active. Hostile UAV established above. Hostiles have the hard point.
Authorizing UAV tasking.
Hard point locked down.
Sniper close. Get to cover.
The guild took the hard point.
Then requesting UAV overflight.
Hard point located. Hostiles released a skewer. Hard point is active. Got the hard point. Hostiles have the hard point.
Inbound pinpoint.
Hard point locked down. The guild took the hard point.
Enemy drone pod working.
Hard point identified. Hard point active. Got the hard point.
Driving on CXC.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down. Leads are. Stay on task. Hard point located.
Planting trophy system.
The guild took the hard point. Enemy UAV detected.
Your trophy system was eliminated.
Got the hard point. You are incoming. Hostiles have the hard point. Enemy dog established on your grid.
Tossing frag. Locking top. Hostile grenade.
Hard point identified. Hunter killers inbound on your grid. Damn it, lost the lead. Hard point is active. Hard point locked down. The field took the hard point.
Frag going out.
got the hard point. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point active. Hostiles released a skewer. Skewer incoming. What are you waiting for? Make your move. Hardpoint locked down. The guild took the hardpoint. Hostiles released a skewer. Got the hardpoint. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Skewer incoming. Hostile UAV established above. Hardpoint is active. The guild took the hardpoint.
Frag thrown.
Hostile maneuvering.
Gather the wounded. Extract crews will be there soon.
Take this as an opportunity to improve.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night to you, friends, and hello. It looks like things are back to normal. Took a break. We are jumping back into Call of Duty for the open beta. It's good times. They've added a new sets of levels to grind, and we've got until, I believe, the 8th. Welcome to the madness. This, by the way, it's a matter of trivia. It's meaningless. It's irrelevant. It's totally meaningless in the face of anything real going on in the world, but it is, in terms of this live stream, my 4th year COD anniversary. And that just means it's my 4th year doing this and wondering what the heck am I doing. And teasing the idea of eventually writing a series of short stories inspired by the notion of a motley crew of gamers in a world where they don't know they themselves are deeply immersed in a virtual entertainment simulation experience, and they're living out the short stories. But the short stories are the adventures of these gamers in this retconned, normative, but sci-fi future-leaning past that wanted to get in on the competitive esports market on multiple fronts and decided to train in, thus the fan fiction, in these competitive esports games. And so two things are happening simultaneously. A, I'm playing the game and trying to get better at it. And I'm an old salty dog, an old school gamer that missed out on the first 25 years of Call of Duty. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, I had already been playing Call of Duty. I might have like an established guild that I'm either a member of or the founder of, quite honestly. And what was I saying? And I would be have written it collaboratively or not collaboratively or something, but I haven't. We're doing it now. Here we are, 4 years into the research and development phase of that part of the project, and I'm now trying to bootstrap into existence the almost daily nibbles of ideas, so thus the random clips and promo loops and weirdness, sometimes long ramblings that don't make sense, but hopefully, eventually, a sci-fi action adventure, fan fiction infused short story about gamers that want to game professionally. And that's the invisible tier of things that sometimes happen. And one of the things I need to do is just play the game a lot, honestly, in order to know what kinds of things to write about, but also to try and get better at the game for the sake of actually trying to get better at the game. Speaking of which, I don't mind the performance of where it's at after the settings sweep we did yesterday, and we're going to dive right in, even though we're getting some minor CPU usage warnings. It's probably because we're over there. We're going to do a quick follow me through the thingamabob. That's my technical term for this desktop capturing portal. Let's pop on over to, let me remember to put my reading glasses on, first of all. I know, terrible, nerdy, the worst frames possible. I also didn't like the end result, but we're adjusting to them now and they make sense. Yusura, something in a foreign language I couldn't read. Squash something, user something, read. Zoom in something, Alfie Gomez. Thank you all for joining. I'm a old school gamer that missed out on the first multiple years of Call of Duty, trying to overcompensate and actually explore, entertain, experimentally to develop the idea of A, just getting better at the game, B, writing short stories about different kinds of gamers that unite around the front or the idea that they can transcend their backgrounds and their other interests in order to become this new underdog. At first, maybe only sort of envisioned as a novelty joke team that becomes competitive and is sort of like an esports adventure, coming of age, action, sci-fi, goofy drama. The twist being that they live in a super futuristic, reimagined version of the past, and they're doing this all way earlier than it would have normally happened in our reality. And their internet's all different, and they are all different, and the games are all different because it's a sci-fi future. And the big reveal surprise twist at the end is, aha, they're actually all just brains in a jar. But secret ingredient, don't give that away. Okay, anyways, yada, yada, yada. Let's play. I cannot not hear that one bit from, what game is it? You know how there's the comic genius of Ryan George. He's got one of those magic movie loop mini moments of someone who always hears the Star Wars theme song, and someone says something that at first blush wouldn't necessarily trigger it for you, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. For me, always, ever since I played the original, whichever version of Super Mario's was the first Super Mario's. It might not have been Super Mario's 1. It might have been Super Mario's 2 that had been my first Super Mario's game that I played that was like in my house. But it was sort of like my brother's. It was supposed to be both of ours, but he was the one that was like more obsessed with it than I was. But da-da-da-da-da has become any reference to yada yada, like, and I don't mean to infringe on anybody that uses that as a phrase or whatever, but as a general colloquialism, if anybody goes, yeah, yada, 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 this or that, in my head, I hear it gets translated into yada, yada, yada. Yeah, and it slowly devolves into dun 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 dun, the theme song, that theme bit. Why am I rambling about this? I don't know. Let's get to it. Oh, did we do TikTok roll call? Yes, we did. Alfie Gomez was the last one to drop in. Thank you very much. Tragically, I'm not connected to TikTok alerts over here on Streamlabs, in which I control the live stream camera, as it were. DJ Zed, thank you very much. You're going to ease on out. I'm going to mute myself. We're going to enjoy the opening clip all over again because I am a fanboy that way, and it's a piece of art, and we're going to enjoy the game for what it is. Let's see. We are on our journey on level 20 through to level 30. Let's see what we get unlocked. I meant to say let's see what we get unlocked today. Will we knock it all out the first day of the several days of beta? If we do, we'll start spicing things up by rotating through some other games. We'll check back in and play some more. Like, I don't know if this is applying to my quick back to the chat show style. As we launch the game, I have no idea if the XP that I'm earning right now, I know that it technically applies to the Battle Pass, but I'd finished the Battle Pass before the beta access was available by coincidence. Sometimes in another moment of this, I wouldn't have. Like, if this had happened in whatever headspace I was in like 4 months ago, I wouldn't have finished it. But digress. That's not the point. The point is, if, for example, you are currently if you're not currently completed with the active live Battle Pass in Black Ops 6, but you want to play the open beta, play it because your XP will apply to that Battle Pass. Does it apply to Prestige? I don't know. We're going to check by going over to Black Ops 6 first, looking at Prestige real quick, and then heading on over to the beta and playing for a while, and then checking Prestige later to see if it's accrued any. I don't think that it has, because I sort of did that last time I was live, and I don't think it did, but I don't know. I also wasn't paying attention because I wasn't really thinking about it. Okay, anyways, blah, 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 rambly. Let's jump into the game.
Hardpoint. Safety's off. We're not here to make friends. Hardpoint locked down. The field took the hardpoint. Got the hardpoint. We got the advantage. Now we have to keep it. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Damn it, lost the lead. Hardpoint locked down. The guild took the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Skewer incoming. Hostile UAV established above.
Semtex, front! Enemy EMP!
Got the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Hostile side!
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Now you... Eyes on enemy cluster grenade.
Enemy UAV detected. The guild took the hardpoint.
Who's listening?
Agent authorizing skewer.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Gang loud!
Got the hardpoint. The guild took the hardpoint. Hostiles release the skewer. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located. Got the hardpoint.
Hostile spotted!
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Hostile Semtex!
Leads are. Stay on task. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
TACOM, release skewer on mission.
You're falling behind, Black Ops.
Hostile patrol! Breathe your last, Bookie.
Got the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified.
just working the
Hard
kinks
point is
out.
active.
Hey, ceasefire!
The guild took the hard point. Hostile UAV established above. Hardpoint locked down.
Tango spotted.
Ring designated skewer target.
Hardpoint located. Skewer incoming. We got the advantage. Now we have to keep it. Hardpoint active. Got the hardpoint. Hostiles have the hardpoint. The guild reclaimed the lead.
Business is business.
Enemy UAV detected.
Driving on CXC.
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles released a skewer. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down. Got the hardpoint. The guild took the hardpoint.
Hostile sight.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Single shooter.
Hardpoint active. The guild took the hardpoint. Hostile UAV established above. Skewer incoming. Hardpoint locked down. Get serious, Black Ops. MTC is scraping bottom. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles released a skewer. Hardpoint is active. Got the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Point turret installed. Hostile class incoming, Semtex.
The guild took the hardpoint. Got the hardpoint. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Mason authorizing skewer.
Hardpoint active. The guild took the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Got the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified.
Incoming Semtex.
Trophy system was eliminated.
The guild took the hardpoint. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Gather the wounded. Extract crews will be there soon.
Cut effort. We got our asses kicked there. Eyes on enemy cluster grenade. Fight perimeter.
Hard point. Take the objective. Hard point locked down. Lead's ours. Stay on task.
Incoming frag!
Hard point located. The guild took the hard point. Got the hard point. Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Got the hard point. The guild took the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is active. Got the hard point.
Deploy skewer in my AO.
Frag!
TACOM, release skewer on mission.
The guild took the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Got the hard point.
Release dog on my location.
The guild took the hard point. Hard point located. Hard point locked down. Hard point is active. Got the hard point. Hostiles have the hard point.
Welcome to the Find Out Booth.
Hard point locked down. Hard point identified. We control the field. Keep it that way. Hardpoint active. Got the hardpoint.
50-50 approving skewer target.
The field took the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Skewer incoming. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Got the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Killed asset.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down.
Lynn designated skewer target.
The field took the hardpoint. Got the hardpoint.
Deploy skewer in my AO.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Mason authorizing skewer.
Hardpoint locked down. The guild took the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Pinpoint.
Hardpoint active. Got the hardpoint.
You sure you want to shoot the surgeon?
Eyes on enemy cluster grenade.
Boom! Take that back to the board meeting.
Never give up. It's never in doubt.
domination. Secure the objective. Securing Alpha.
Taking the objective.
Taking B.
Objective capture underway.
We've locked down A. Losing B. We lost B.
Establishing point turret. Got a threat.
They're taking all zones.
Hostile deleted. Tally 1.
B locked down. Losing A. Losing Bravo. We're losing Alpha.
Hey fuckers, knock it off! Hostile cluster, get down!
We got the advantage. Now we have to keep it. Securing Charlie. Locking down Charlie.
Drop skewer on my mark. Authorizing UAV mission.
Lin designating skewer target.
TACOM, release skewer on mission.
Point turret deployed.
Skewer ready to launch.
Losing A. We're losing Alpha.
Threat system online.
Losing B.
Drop skewer on my mark.
Losing A.
Skewer released this task.
Enemy echo
We
unit
lost
spotted.
A. Taking C. We control Zone C. Losing Bravo.
Hey, ceasefire! Kicking off OBJ capture.
All locations locked down. Not bad at all. We're losing Charlie.
Troops in contact.
Hostiles released a skewer. Losing B. Losing Bravo.
Single shooter.
Skewer available for
Target
assignment.
down.
Bravo lost.
Per mark authorizing assault mission.
Deploy skewer in my AO.
We're losing Alpha.
Mason authorizing skewer.
We've lost Alpha.
Incoming pinpoint grenade.
Alpha. Securing B. Taking A. Underway on Bravo. Hunter-killers inbound on your grid. B secured.
Sniper working.
Securing Zone A.
Vermaak approving skewer top. Back off, I need eyes overhead.
Losing B. Securing Alpha.
Tackle, release skewer on this.
Losing Bravo. All locations are ours. Hell yeah.
Your trophy system was eliminated.
Losing B. Losing A.
Agent authorizing skewer.
We're losing all zones.
Tackle, get me a UAV.
They're taking C. We're losing Alpha. Losing Bravo. Losing B. We lost B.
Get a dog on the field.
We're losing Charlie. Locking down Bravo. All objectives locked down. Keep the guild back. Come on. We've lost Charlie.
Tackle, release skewer on this.
Losing A. Securing C.
Drop skewer on my mark.
Losing Bravo. Location secure. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, fuckers, knock it off.
They're on the ropes. Don't let them fucking breathe. We're losing Alpha.
In present day, skewer target.
Requesting dog on my grid.
Guild teams are bugging out. Figure out what they were hiding.
Sterling work there. Good on you all. Drop by. Taking the objective. Watch my six.
point. They know we're here. Go loud, Black Ops. The guild took the hard point. Hardpoint locked down.
Incoming Semtex!
Hostiles have the hard point. Enemy UAV detected. Hard point located. Got the hard point. Hard point is active. The guild took the hard point.
Scout house standing by.
Hard point locked down. Lead's ours. Stay on task. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point active. The guild took the hard point.
Heads up, EMP grenade! Pinpoint grenade!
Enemy CUAV established overhead. Hostile UAV established above. Hostile counter UAV above. Enemy UAV detected. Hard point
Establishing
located.
point turret.
Hard point is active. Got the hard point. Hostile UAV established above.
Cluster grenade set.
Tossing flash. Hostile UAV above. UAV down. Trophy up and running.
Ready to launch.
Get down. Going loud.
Hard point identified.
Drone available for deployment.
Hard point active.
Eyes on
Hostiles
enemy
have the hard
cluster
point.
grenade.
Hard point locked down. The guild took the hard point.
Tossing pinpoint. Hostile.
Got the hard point.
Enemy pinpoint.
Hard point located. the hard point. Hard point is active. The guild took the hard point. Hard point locked down.
Authorizing docking. Enemy
Enemy
is
CUAV established overhead. Hostiles have the hard point. Enemy UAV detected.
Established UAV above.
Hostiles have eliminated your dog.
Deploy skewer in my AO.
We got the advantage. Now we have to keep it.
Thermal approving secure top.
Hard point identified. The guild took the hard point.
Move to location.
Hard point active.
Incoming 10 Tango.
Hostiles have the hard point. Got the hard point. The guild took the hard point.
RCXD maneuvering.
Enemies took the lead. Make them regret it.
Deploying skewer on your target.
Incoming assault deployment.
Hard point locked down. Leads are. Stay on task. Hard point located.
Skewer available for assignment.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is active. The guild took the hard point. The guild reclaimed the lead.
Enemy assault back.
Enemy RCXD's on the hunt. Hostile UAV established above. Clean it up, Black Ops. This isn't over yet. Got the hard point.
Hostile grenade.
Enemy UAV detected. Hard point identified. Hard point active. Hostiles have the hard point. Hostile UAV established above.
Drop skewer on our mark.
Enemy UAV. Hostile UAV destroyed.
Hard point locked down.
Enemy grenade.
The guild took the hard point. Enemy UAV detected. Hard point located.
Incoming Semtex.
Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point.
Waypoint set. Drop skewer on our mark.
Skewer released as tasked.
Hostile UAV established above. Can't believe we lost to a bunch of 401ks.
Sloppy execution. Lack of teamwork. Need I go on?
overload. Transport the overload device into hostile
Waypoint
zones.
set.
We have the overload device. Hostiles have the overload device.
Hostile Semtex.
Protect our zones. They have the overload device. We picked up the device. Enemies are carrying the device. Enemy UAV detected. Device acquired. Transported to the enemy zone. The overload device is under hostile control. The overload device is in our control. Hunter killers active in your sector.
Almost ready.
Protect our zones. They have the overload device. We have the overload device. Enemy control station overloaded. Secure the new device. Device acquired. Transported to the enemy zone. Overload device successfully delivered. Located new overload device. We picked up the device.
Engaging. That's a fucking policy breach, associate.
We overloaded their control station.
Ordering skewer launch on my mark.
New overload device available.
Get me eyes in the sky.
The overload device is in our control.
Inside at all!
Overload device is under hostile control. We have the overload device.
Authorizing UAV mission.
We picked up the device.
Hostile grenade!
Hostile UAV established above. TC is nearing zero. Close the deal.
Logging UAV mission request.
Device acquired. Transported to the enemy zone. The overload device is in our control. Hostiles have the overload device.
Problem solved.
Your trophy system was eliminated.
Hostiles overloaded our control station. New overload device on the field. Get there first. We picked up the device.
Time's up.
Authorizing UAV mission.
Enemies are carrying the device. halftime. Overload. Sabotage enemy zones with the overload device. Enemy UAV detected. Protect our zones. They have the overload device.
Logging UAV request.
The overload device is under hostile control. Be aware, enemy HKD drop detected. We have the overload device.
50-50 requesting
Logging UAV mission request.
Hostiles have the overload device. Enemies are carrying the device. Hostile UAV established above. Our zone has been overloaded. UAV detected. Secure the new device. Skewer release detected. The overload device is in our control.
Get me eyes in the sky.
Device acquired.
Hostile
Transported to
grenade
the enemy zone.
Authorizing UAV mission.
enemy.
Protect our zones. They have the overload device. We
Sighting
have
in.
the overload device.
Pinpoint grenade thrown.
Device acquired. Transported to the enemy zone. Successful overload, SEC team.
Marking target location.
Located new overload device.
Logging UAV request.
We've picked up the device. The overload device is in our control. Enemy control station overloaded.
Get me eyes in the sky.
New overload device available. We have the overload device.
Waypoint set.
Authorizing skewer flight.
Enemies are carrying the device. Hostile UAV established above.
Ordering skewer launch on my mark.
Device acquired. Transported to the enemy zone. Overload device successfully delivered.
Release dog on my location. Logging UAV mission request.
MTC is running dry. It is now or never. New overload device on the field. Get there first. We've picked up the device. We overloaded their control station. Secure the new device. The overload device is under hostile control. Hostiles have the overload device.
Authorizing UAV mission.
The overload device is in our control. Corporate appreciates your role in today's success.
Excellent. You know I like a predictable outcome.
Applying steam shock. Target deleted.
Alrighty, friends, one more match, and then I'm going to take a break. We'll be back with another session after that break. Join us for the madness. And then, of course, if you're new here, smash the follow button and click on through to the link.
Hardpoint. All assets move to engage unauthorized personnel. Hardpoint locked down. We've claimed the lead. Widen the gap.
Semtex front! Point turret installed.
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have the hardpoint. We control the hardpoint. Hardpoint is active.
Logging UAV request. Authorizing skewer flight.
EMP sent!
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint.
Standing by.
Sniper has us!
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Our lead has been stolen. Steal it back.
Sending EMP!
Hardpoint locked down. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. We control the hardpoint.
Move to location. Using EMP.
Enemy UAV detected. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Enemies have destroyed your drone pod.
Authorizing UAV
Hardpoint is active.
UAV commences surveillance overflight.
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint.
Mission timeline.
Get me eyes in the sky. Ordering skewer launch on my mark.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point located.
Available for tasking.
We control the hard point. Hard point active.
UAV mission request.
UAV perimeter established. Angels 8.
Hard point locked down.
UAV mission timeline. Halfway check.
Contact with UAV has been lost.
Marking hostile.
Submitting skewer request.
Hard point identified. Hostile skewer inbound. Hard point is active.
Ah! Inside, asshole!
We control the hard point. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Hostile UAV established above. Hard point located. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. Hard point active. We control the hard point.
Establish counter UAV overflight.
Counter UAV above. Electronic countermeasures active.
Hostile forces have destroyed your CUAV.
Authorizing skewer flight.
The advantage is ours. Hold it.
Logging UAV report.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down.
Submitting skewer request.
Sending
Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point.
Authorizing dog deployment.
Sniper has us.
Black Ops took the lead. Do not let them keep it. We control the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. We have the lead. Maintain current posture. Enemy UAV detected. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point located. We control the hard point. Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point.
Target ID.
We have lost the lead.
Standing by.
Control the hard point. It is ours. Do not let up.
Eyes on enemy cluster. Incoming flashback.
hard point.
Sniper has us. Hostile cluster! Get down!
We control the hard point.
Eyes on enemy cluster!
Skewer request.
Hostile personnel have captured the hard point.
Get
Moving
me
with
eyes in the
scalpels.
sky.
Hard point located.
Authorizing dog deployment.
Ordering skewer on my mark.
Hard point active. Hostiles have the hard point.
Authorizing UAV mission.
UAV in the turn. Reporting hostile contact.
Hard point locked down. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. We control the hard point. Hostiles have the hard point.
UAV mission time clock 50%.
Hard point locked down. There's not much time left to lock this down. The lead has been stolen. Steal it back. We control the hard point.
Scout full standing by.
The advantage is ours. Hold it. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. Hard point identified.
Deploy CUAV in my AO.
Looking glass on station. Jammer
Triggering
operating.
scout post.
Black Ops took the lead. Do not let them keep it. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. We have lost the lead.
CUAV MTC 50% extended.
We control the hardpoint. Hostile counter UAV above. Hostile UAV established above.
Mission time clock suspended. Looking glass start TV.
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Flashbang. Hostile
Skewer released
cluster!
at
Get
edges.
down!
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located. We control the hardpoint. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Planting drone pod. Here. Sniper has
We've claimed the lead. Widen the gap.
hostile cluster! Get down! Consider my balance.
Enemy UAV detected. Hardpoint identified. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. We control the hardpoint. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Authorizing skewer flight. Logging UAV request.
Grenade.
Our lead has been stolen. Steal it back.
Submitting skewer request.
Rest assured, this will be deducted from your salary.
This is not what I signed up for. That coulda, shoulda, woulda been so much closer if I had just been performing a little better. I'm not on point, but I am loving it. Win or lose, I'm having a blast. I think that the people who didn't like the Omni movement of Black Ops 6 will appreciate the attempt to moderate it and mellow it out. It's appreciable, if you know what I mean. Anyway, friends, I thank you for joining me as I grind through from 20 to 30. We're at 28. Oh, not quite at 30. Or 29, rather. I'm going to go ahead and back out on that. Sorry, friends. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in the immediate future with another episode to round out the grind. As you can see, friends, from the Xbox view, we are at level 28. We got 29 and 30 to knock out two more levels. I figure between 3 and 6 matches should do it. So after a brief break where I attend to some activities that are, quite frankly, none of your business, but also mundane and boring, like vacuuming, dusting, the usual list. I think I'm attending to some laundry loads today, in between stuff. So after that and a brief meal of something or another, I'll be back and we'll grind on through the next set of levels, trying to space it out and enjoy it as much as possible, as much as also trying to get on through it to make sure we maximize our achievements during the course of the beta. This is the new window of opportunity, the standard beta, the open beta as they call it. So there's a bunch of new people grinding on through. There are some people just hitting it today at the end of their day, here on the further west time zones, and it'll keep on rolling on through. So there'll be players coming in to play and to team up with and all that kind of fun stuff. So although it seems insurmountable, you got plenty of time to grind on through it. Oh, real quick, did any of that apply to my standard grind? I don't think so. And did my standard progression? No, it did not move 1 inch, 1 millimeter. So this we still got to grind through and or leave for after the beta, which may very well be exactly what happens, unless I knock it out. If I knock it out of the park in this next session, this, as you can see in that little tiny bracket there, come look at it a little closer. The little tiny bookmark with the X button. Play the open beta ends in 2 days, 19 hours, and 14 minutes. That's funny that it just pops us out of here from where we were. So, should we, and it is quite conceivable, dear friends, should I happen to grind out and finish this current progress bar, and they don't release new ones during the course of the next remaining days and hours, I might be mixing it up and playing other games to not miss out on those while still participating here in the beta. So, as always, I was trying to bust this open to see about. Oh, we want to pop open zombies real quick too. But we wanted to go to progression to see about exactly where we are. We are most of the way to 29. So like, I could totally come back from a short break and in a 3.5-hour session, which we are at right now, conceivably knock this out. Which means I might play other Call of Duty. I might obsessively, compulsively remain part of the community that is in the beta and meet up with other players of all kinds. I'm intrigued by the difference, by the way, in the when you click on Find a Match, you open this menu. Are you seeing this? Yes, you should be. Let's see what that looks like. Rock on. Let me go to no cam and also hide the logos so everyone can see very clearly. The featured, we now have open mosh pit and mosh pit, and I don't know in what direction the difference is going in terms of matchmaking, but it seems to be a matchmaking test between classic matchmaking where skill is minimally considered, featuring team deathmatch, kill confirmed, domination, hardpoint, and overload. Which means I assume you get teamed up with, as likely with people of any random level as you would with people of your own level. And then I think this might be to test against more something that a cynic might consider more similar to the skill-based matchmaking, since this one has the distinguishing qualifier in the descriptor and this one does not, and it was the default in Black Ops 6. This SBMM that everyone was angry about, or at least mildly annoyed with, because if you performed particularly well in one match, you would get thrown against players conceivably perceived to be much higher in skill set than yourself for several matches, and you would get like the honor of being the loser against much better teams for a while for having had one or two or three particularly good sessions against other players. Anyways, I never got into the weeds in terms of the details of the math and how the algorithm works. And in terms of what I've noticed empirically, that I wish I had screenshots to back up, but that anybody else playing could probably look at and assess for themselves, is that it seems that with Open Mosh Pit, in terms of what I can see as we load into the team, it tries to balance the pool of players that it is grouped together. First, it does one big lot to be divided in half into the 6v6. And as it divides in half, it juggles which team you're on. And I think that in Open Mosh Pit, there's a little bit more of a spread. There seemed to be more of a range of low-level players and high-level players. Whereas in regular Mosh Pit, everybody was technically closer to the level that I'm at. We'll come back in this next session and look into that whole idea and see if we can't bear it out. I mean, you could rewatch this and try to grab clips, I guess. I don't know. But that's my theory. That's my going theory with it, that this Open Mosh Pit grabs a broader spectrum of player level at the snapshot moment of trying to group the players together. And regular Mosh Pit is a little more in line with like skill-based matchmaking. But I could be wrong. We'll test that thesis next episode. Be back in a bit, friends. Thanks for watching. I have been your humble host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. And this has been an episode of Open Beta level 20 and beyond to level 30 grind. We're most of the way there, if I may humble flex. We should be able to wrap it up in this next post-break episode. Shouldn't be too terribly long. And then beyond that, I don't know what we'll do. We might get nostalgic for some other Call of Duty games, or for insert any number of games that I haven't played in a while. We'll see what happens then. Peace out. No music right now because I forgot to turn it on. Good times. I guess it doesn't hurt not to turn it on. It doesn't hurt to turn it on as we say a fond farewell. Go be good human beings to each other out there in the real world as well as in the game lobbies. And I'll be back relatively soon with more action adventure video game content that is inherently considered a golden MacGuffin inside of the book series collectively referred to as the Zeppoverse. Peace out for now.